Hi everyone, welcome to Generations of Geek. My name is Gray, and with me as ever is my good friend and co-host, Andy. Hi Andy, how are you?
Hello, God, Greg. It feels like it's been ages since we last did a podcast episode.
I
It's
reckon it's been a couple of
almost
months.
like I think we haven't done one since last year.
We definitely haven't done one since last year.
I mean, that's the joke.
Yeah,
It's
that you're not
February.
wrong. You're not wrong. We definitely haven't.
We didn't do a
Yeah,
Christmas episode.
I basically, because I'm on this sabbatical from work, right, which is ending imminently. But I basically have taken January off. Like I haven't streamed, haven't made any YouTube content. But we're in February now, and actually it seemed like a nice opportunity to just come back with another episode of the podcast, and this will carry on when I'm back at work as well. So yeah,
How have you felt, out of curiosity? Like, do you think taking a break from like streaming and stuff has kind of done your mental some good and less stress?
uh
I'll
yeah,
preface it while you think that, because I've been kind of trying to use like as conscious effort trying to use my phone less. So like if I don't have to take it with me, I kind of just leave it away from, and I find myself kind of I reach for it a lot less. Like it's a lot. I feel less dependent, which is nice. Still use it every day, but it's
yeah.
just I use it a lot less.
Has it been good for my mentals to not stream? I don't think I really had. I I'm less tired. Like it's quite draining getting up every day, streaming for like 3 hours, taking a break, eating, streaming again, and then streaming
Yeah,
again in the evening. Like I think maybe I probably burnt myself out a bit. Um, and I think as well, like without getting into like all the stats and stuff, I had that very first YouTube video that I made do really well for me in terms of like views.
I mean, it popped off. Yeah.
Yeah, it did pop off a little bit, and then nothing else after that had the same impact. And it's just like I peaked way too early. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Side note, really quickly. You know how we had the joke the other day about glasses being the same?
Yes. Oh,
I
they're
think
very
we
close.
actually have the same glasses,
Yeah, mine
weirdly.
are a bit thicker, I think, but they
Yeah.
are very. Yeah, they are already very close. Yeah, I definitely need to. I've got this weird thing at the moment. So I have varifocals because I'm old, right? So for short sighted and for long sighted, and my short sightedness has now got so bad that actually I can see things close up better without the glasses on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I'm
god.
yeah, I definitely need to get some new glasses. That definitely
Get
needs
you
to happen.
get yourself a
Anyway,
bionic eye.
we are digressing quite dramatically.
This is not what we planned before
No.
we started the episode.
So
This is why
you
I said we just go off.
what have you been playing? What have you been playing?
So I've been playing a little game called RimWorld.
So tell people what is RimWorld, what is it?
So RimWorld's a sci-fi colony builder kind of thing, but
Yeah.
it leans heavily into kind of story and narrative events. So you boot up the game, you have like 5 colonists, depending on what you pick, and you choose literally your instead of difficulty, you choose a storyteller,
Oh
and
yeah.
each one like
Yeah.
has like levels of randomness, kind of how easy things are, how
Uh-huh.
often you get attacked or have visitors. And it's so good because it's such a nice narrative. Um, and obviously I've modded it out of the arse. I've got like so mine's very Warhammer
Of
focused.
course you have.
But
Yeah.
it's just so fun. I was saying to Gray, I think I started the end of December, I had 2 hours on it, and now I'm at 233.
There's a lot of hours.
I played it a little bit.
Yeah, I played about 2 hours of it. God, maybe a year and a half ago, maybe a bit longer. And like, I didn't hate it, but it was just one of those that I bought. It wasn't particularly expensive. Played for a little while and then dropped off. You know what I'm like. I dropped off again pretty quickly. Um, but yeah, I did like it. I mean, I really like City Builders. We should say we recorded an episode of the podcast that we didn't publish because the audio was terrible on it. Um, but I talked then about Anno, which is like a big Roman city builder,
Which is a
which I
shame 'cause
loved.
it's about an hour talking about that.
Yeah, I mean that's such a good game. I really loved it. Um, but yeah, so I probably would really enjoy RimWorld. I think if I properly got into it because it's a similar kind of thing, right? You start off with next to nothing, and by the end you've got I think. Am I right in thinking like you end up with more than your 5 colonists because they start breeding and?
Yeah, you can get people coming across. At the minute, I've got 3 people in jail that I'm converting because they had the
Oh,
audacity
that's right. The raiders
the
come,
audacity
don't
to
they?
raid me. But I've just discovered that one of the colonists that I've recruited is having health issues because he's lost his left lung. So I looked into the health tab and found out that he lost his left lung because one of my fighters shot it out of his chest. So I was like, oh no.
Oh my god. Because they
But
get.
it's
That's
like,
right. They get injured, don't they?
yeah, they get injured. You can harvest organs and stuff. You can give them bionic limbs or like peg legs.
Will you?
It's
Next time you play, will you record a little bit of footage so we can stick some over the top of?
I will not lie to you. It's literally going in the background right now.
Cool.
So as soon as we finish, I'll be playing it.
Okay. Yeah, record some footage and I'll stick it over the top of so people can see what it looks like because it's like a top-down 2D game, isn't it?
Yeah, they're kind of like actually this is probably I've just realized so they call them pawns, like PAWN, and I've just realized it's because they look like chess pawns. The way the characters are designed looks like chess pawns.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize
Which is
that.
probably why they do it.
Probably, yeah, it's a really cool little game, and I should probably go back to it.
And if you like it, there's a multiplayer mod.
Yeah, what is there a Star Wars mod? Did you say the other night?
Oh yeah, there's Star Wars, there's Mass Effect, Warhammer,
I would
Helldivers.
definitely like. I think if it was Star Wars, I'd probably get really invested in it.
There's one that turns it all into like fantasy, so you can have it as Lord of the Rings instead. Like,
Oh
it's
my
crazy.
god, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's wicked, and it's like the multiplayer mod. It's really not intrusive. Essentially, we have our own colonies, but we're on the same planet. So like, I can send a trade caravan over to you to trade stuff, or like we could just be completely have nothing to do with each other, but we're in the same kind of
Oh, that
anything
does
that
sound
affects
fun.
the environment affects us both.
And are these free mods from like?
Yeah, all on Steam Workshop.
Okay, yeah, that's quite tempting. That might be quite fun to do.
I'm obsessed. So
Yeah, would you say 218 hours?
233.
233. I'm
Yeah.
underselling it. I'm underselling it.
Give you credit, Greg. Come on.
I think I watched. It might have been Luality play it. She's like my favorite streamer. Although, to be fair, I haven't watched any streaming at all over the last few weeks. But I think she was playing it and having a really good time with it.
I'll tell you who has a good series. If you want a streamer / YouTuber to watch, that's really funny. Spiffing Brit.
Okay.
He's done a series. Well, I know one of his series on there is running a whole colony as just harvesting limbs and like selling organs and stuff. He just does
Wow.
ridiculous things, but it's just so interesting to see how far you can push the game.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's vanilla.
I will give it a go. I'll get it reinstalled after we finish chatting.
Yeah. Speaking of streamers, I've got really into watching like offline TV still again, and like they've just started playing Cobblemon again. The Minecraft.
What's
Pokemon.
offline TV? I've not heard of that.
So it's one of the groups, the organizations. It's kind of like Disguised Toast, Fusely, Scara, Lily Pichu.
I'm going to be
I
honest.
think Pokimane at one point.
Everyone, I've not heard of any of these people.
They're all about my age.
Okay.
But they're playing Pokemon Minecraft on like a big server together. There's like 80 people.
Whereas
It's been so fun just watching them all.
I mainly just watch Co Carnage because he's kind of
Co's
relatable.
great though. Co's great.
And he's not that much younger than me, so yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah, he is great. He's
I've
really
been bitten
cool.
by the Minecraft and Pokemon bug.
I love the drop frames thing they do on a Sunday night.
Drop frames is good, yeah.
Really good. Shall I talk about what I've been playing?
Yeah, what have you been playing, Gray? I've just yapped.
So I played Assassin's Creed Shadows when it came out beginning of last year and didn't hate it, but didn't love it. And I'd had my fill of Anno, and I also played Anno 1800 as well. Played a bit of that after Christmas and enjoyed that, but it suffered from having a lot of stuff that had been improved in the Pax Romana game, and I struggled a little bit with the difficulty as well. It was tough. I was like, I need something else to scratch an itch. Maybe I'll go back and have another crack at Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'd put about 50 hours in prior to stopping playing it. So I was like, I'll give it another go, and I've really enjoyed it. It got a lot of criticism, right, about the one of the main characters specifically.
To be fair, I've seen there was beforehand there was criticism of the male main character, and I've seen since it came out criticism of the female male main character.
No, what was the criticism about her?
Oh no, maybe I'm thinking I'm Ghost of Yotai.
Yeah, because it's
I
so
know
similar, and even the
because of
story is similar.
because the voice actress that plays the Ghost of Yotai is very. I was going to say normal to us, but very woke. So she's had a lot of backlash.
Has she? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. And I guess like Shadows, the accusation basically was that it was woke, right? Because Black Samurai, that was kind of the, it felt. I think the feeling was they'd almost kind of forced a black character into a game that probably shouldn't have had one. That was the kind of that was not that I agree with that, but that was kind of the sentiment, right?
The thing that makes me laugh though is there was a black samurai.
Yeah, yeah. They've just
Can't remember what his
embellished
name
the
was.
story for the sake of
Yeah, they've
having the
just
character in
made
the
it
game.
more kind of fantasyful.
Yeah.
But
So, I guess the question is like, is
yeah,
it
yes, okay.
is it a terrible video game? And the answer to that question is no, it isn't. It's absolutely beautiful. Like the game world is beautiful. It's way too big. Like it feels like you're basically playing across the whole continent. It's massive. But I had loads of fun going and unlocking all the viewpoints, and I finished that up. It's a little bit hard almost to find the main story, if that makes sense. Like there's
Yeah.
so much to do that the pacing is just terrible. But actually, like the moment to moment gameplay is really fun. Like the game world's great to explore. The fighting is challenging without being ridiculous. And there's loads of like difficulty settings that you can play around with to make it a bit more accessible if you do struggle with any of that stuff. Not that I've touched any of that. But yeah, I've really quite enjoyed going back to it, and I think I'll probably try and finish it before I go back to work.
Yeah.
I've also been massively distracted by playing lots of Rocket League. Because I do love Rocket League.
I love multiplayer games, but Rocket League's one of those games where I don't know if we've talked about it in the podcast. We've talked about it before, me and you.
Yeah.
But it's one of those games where I just can't grasp it. Like my brother plays it really well, and he's mental, but like I can't grasp it. Like I can chase the ball on the floor, but when it comes to like aerial like acrobatics,
I'm not great at the stuff in the air. I'm better at it than I used to be, but yeah, I'm not particularly gifted at it. But it brings out the worst in me. Like I sit here swearing quite a lot while I'm playing it. I should probably not play it, to be honest. At my age, it feels like a recipe for disaster at some point. But yeah, I have been playing quite a bit of Rocket League. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows not as terrible as people said it was. I guess
I really want to play it. It's on my list because I do
see
really
that it's every time I open it up, I see that it's on your wish list. I would wait for it to drop in price.
That's my plan. I'm gonna wait for the next time it's on sale, and then pick it up. Because I've still got Valhalla to play. I've not got.
I think Valhalla's the better of the two. I finished Valhalla.
See, I don't mind either because I'm a massive weeb. I love samurais and Japanese culture, but I also love Vikings. So I've got a feeling I'll like both. Although actually, I might have.
I mean, Valhalla plays a bit more into like the fantasy stuff than Shadows seems to. At any rate, it doesn't like Shadows does not have any of the stuff set in like modern day.
Yeah,
there's none of that. Feels like they're kind of moving away from that old kind of Assassin's Creed narrative, which is a bit of a shame because I used to quite enjoy the kind of fantasy of it all.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I get it though because it's like some of the earlier ones that were like mostly historical were like groundbreaking, like 2 Brotherhood Revelations.
Oh,
but it was like only light kind of.
Yeah, did you play I never played the very first one. The original one.
Yes, with Altair.
Yeah, I never played that.
I didn't like it. I played it, but I didn't like it. But I love Ezio.
Yeah, I love Ezio. All 3 of those
games. He's so
games.
charismatic.
Yeah, They were great games. Really loved those.
Katie always hates on me because I like Unity. I think it's got a really good setting, and I kind of like Arno, but most people don't like it because, as Katie calls it, quote unquote, Assassin's Creed dress up game.
So I did play it, never finished it. It was the first one I played where I was just like, I got eventually distracted by something else and didn't go back to it ever. It had lots of flaws, didn't it? Like I can remember there was it has like an app you could run on your iPad that would show you the in-game map while you were playing, and it would just break all the time. And when it broke, the game would break.
It was. They tried a lot of very gimmicky things.
Yeah, it had online stuff as well, didn't it? I remember that you could play like multiplayer stuff with it.
You could do assassinations together rather than it just being like versus like in Brotherhood.
Yeah, I don't know whether this is getting picked up on the mic, but one of my cats is currently in the litter tray. Can you hear it? Just rummaging around. I don't know whether it's getting picked up on the mic for the podcast, but we might need to just pause for a second while Ghost does a Right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we can talk a little bit about returning to Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, sounds good. And we're back from break. I always surprise Gray with a little something different every single time.
Oh my god.
Welcome back. So,
hi, everyone.
What are we thinking next for topics? I know we've got a couple. 14 first.
Let's do 14 first.
100%.
Yeah. So we've both been back playing a bit of Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes, we have. I don't know how it's been for you, but for me, so we were expecting to kind of do some raids. We were going to party finder, and then me and Katie started doing more casual stuff. So like Relic, catching up. We've just been having so much fun just doing Relic and roulettes that we're kind of like, you know what, shove it. We just play what we want, just have fun that way, and it's been a lot more enjoyable, a lot less stress.
Yeah. So I've taken like a proper break, like the longest ever break. Like probably, I've barely played while I've been off 14. So I reckon about 6 months of not.
Yeah, I was about to say
logging in.
maybe about that.
To the point where Katie has had to nudge me a couple of times because I was going to lose my house, my in-game house, if I didn't log in. So I've avoided that, which I would have. That might have made me just stop. I think. Like cancel
If
subscription.
you'd lost your house completely.
Yeah, because it was the only reason why I was still paying my sub, really. But I've enjoyed going back and doing roulettes for the Relic. And I like today. I put it into our little Discord channel earlier, didn't I? Like I got the new 24-man raid pop up as the Alliance raid roulette, which I'd not done at all. Came out just before Christmas, I want to say. Is that right? And I really enjoyed it. And I only died once. And I'm like, oh, I forget that I've got quite not good, not really good, but not bad at this video game.
He's all right.
Like reading quite complicated shit and doing a good job of following other people. You can shut up. And doing quite a good job of following some other people around. I did okay. And it's also fun. I don't know whether you find this, but like getting a dungeon that I haven't seen perhaps since Shadowbringers like pop up.
Yep.
And getting caught out by like low level dungeon stuff. Like I can't remember, was it something Cosmos from Shadowbringers? I got that
Grand Cosmos.
The Grand Cosmos, where you have to like the last boss, you get like set fire and you have to put the fire onto a piece of furniture. And I was like, what is going on? I can't figure out why I'm dying. And I had to apologize. Like at the end of the fight, I was like, I'm sorry, I completely forgot that mechanic. And then, people were like, oh, don't worry, it's fine. We finished it fine kind of thing. But it's that kind of stuff is great. It's really cool playing old stuff that I can't remember really doing.
Yeah, and I think one thing we've noticed as well, because we've been getting some of the hard modes for the Aetherwells, is going back to some of the ones that have been reworked now to work with trusts. It's so interesting seeing how different some stuff is.
Yeah, what was it we did? Sestasha, is it called? I can never remember what it's called. The very first dungeon, we got that the other night, didn't we?
Sestasha, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just don't have to do anything really anymore.
No, and because it's so low level, it's basically just one button.
Yeah, literally. And I think because it's the bit 14 players will know. It's essentially 3 clams that constantly spawn things, but we just ran all the way through and just tanked it
Just
because it was
tanked a
just
lot of
like
them.
you take so little damage in comparison to how you would.
Yeah.
Having played that on launch, it was deadly.
I think I even played that on launch because I was
Did you play
playing
the realm?
PS3, yeah, with my friend Ben back in the day. And I can remember us being like, "Oh, do we need to get some potions to take into this?" And think like because we didn't really understand what we were doing, and yeah,
God, imagine doing a double pull back then. You
yeah,
would
God.
just one pull at a time.
I
That's
did a dungeon the
crazy.
other night where the tank like did not double pull, like just single pulled.
Doesn't it feel weird though now,
Well,
right?
it got to a point where I was so like frustrated, but like because you get frustrated, right? Because you're like, we could be doing this quicker.
Yeah.
I was as the DPS summoner, I was just like wandering off and getting the other group and then
You
bringing
were
them
that
back
guy. You were that guy.
because the healer had said you can you can pull more, it's fine, and I was like, well, sorry, I'll do it for him.
Well, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Yeah, I was that guy. Yeah, I can remember like doing dungeons back in the day with the first group that I used to play 14 with on a regular basis, and they would get quite cross about tanks even doing like double pulls, like it wasn't what you were supposed to be doing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but no, it's been fun. It's been fun to just dip back in for like an hour and a half every day, do those 4 roulettes, and then log back out again. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so nice, and I don't know. It's weird. It's been nice to see a lot of newer players. Although we did Alliance Roulette 3 nights, 3 different nights, and we got the first of the near raids all 3 times.
yeah. You
And it
said
was hell on earth.
we got. I got the Weeping City of Makar the other night, and
Yes.
I'd maybe done that once just to see the story. Like I don't know, 3 4 years ago, I had no idea what was going on. But we got through it. I died a few times, I think. In that there was some tough fights.
I remember it really good. It's a good raid though.
Yeah, it's a good raid. There's one where you're all in a big circle and you like each group takes a position. I can't remember
Oh
what the
yes,
boss
yes,
is,
yes, yes.
but it's
I'm
really
just gonna
fun.
look
And
at
there's like
some.
a reflective ball in the middle of the
Oh, Ozma.
Ozma. Yeah, it's really cool.
As
Yeah.
soon as you just said reflective ball, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that was really fun. I don't think I died on that fight. Maybe once. I can't remember. But yeah, I hadn't seen that for probably 3 years. So that was like it was like doing something completely new. I don't normally do alliance raids, so it's actually I reckon it's about 10 days worth of content, right, to clear it all to get the relic, that step of
Yeah,
the relic.
pretty much.
So yeah, it's been nice to go back to 14.
Yeah, it's like we've been doing a lot of content that we don't usually do, which has been nice.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of kind of a variety of levels. I've been leveling up a lot of classes. I got samurai and ninja to 100. I
Have
got my
you?
warrior to 100. I've been leveling astrologian and not completely hating it. So it's been fun.
I don't know. I can't remember whether I got Warrior at 100. I got Gunbreaker at 100. Maybe I should get Warrior done to 100 because Warrior's fun.
Warrior's so fun.
Yeah, it plays a lot like Gun. I don't think there's much. Gunbreaker and Warrior are quite similar in terms of like the way the
Very
rotation feels.
DPS focused. I think warrior heals a little bit more. Gunbreaker mits a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah,
But
both really fun. Both really
yeah.
fun tanks to play. Yeah. So we should talk about the other MMO news that's broken in the last few
Yes.
days.
Ashes of Creation's gone bye-bye.
Yeah, it's dead.
I
Yeah.
can't believe it. It's quite optimistically looking at that, but I suppose we've not
Yeah.
really had too much.
I'd never played it, but I'd watched streamers playing it. Like Pirate Software, when Pirate Software was like a big deal, was playing it. Yeah,
We don't
before
talk about
before Pirate Software has problems. I mean, I think still streaming and making content for YouTube,
I
but
think so, yeah.
yeah. Um, but he'd been playing it loads when it was in like beta early last year, and it like looked like it was really promising that it was going to be a really great game. It sounds like they like sold out to an investment company, and then the investment company have gone, "Oh, this is bonkers." Basically, it
Yeah.
looks like, and pulled the plug on it, um, because it had been kind of sold as being like one guy's vision, right? His team.
So essentially, it has started because they were inspired by actually one of my favorite MMOs of all time that was also killed, Arcade,
Yes.
and because that was just absolutely milked for money and ruined. I think the main guy behind Ashes of Creation wanted to create that kind of sandbox, kind of player-driven
Yeah.
MMO, and it was looking really promising. It looked really good. I'm just pulled up the wiki now to have a look. Yeah, even
And they reckon because it got released on Steam, didn't it, in early access like a week ago?
yeah, December 11th.
Yeah. So a bit longer than a week ago, like a month and a half ago. But that means that they don't need to pay any refunds to all the people that have invested on Kickstarter because the
Yeah.
game released.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all just sounds really dodgy.
Yeah, apparently it was arguments between
There was a new board, I think, that had
yeah, between creative leaders and the studio's board of directors.
yeah.
And the CEO, I think it was, resigned in protest.
Yeah, but I think the board of directors thing is a little bit strange because they'd never been mentioned before. It was always this Stephen guy who was the creative director. He was
Stephen
the one,
Sheriff, yeah.
yeah, Stephen Sheriff. He was the one that was in charge and had certainly presented himself as being in charge of the game, the decision maker. And suddenly it's like, oh no, I've fallen out with a board of directors that no one knew existed before. It seems strange.
From what the wiki said that I've read, it said that it was because he couldn't justify the ethical changes they wanted to make, something like that. So
Yeah,
I'm
that was the
guessing they
statement he
wanted to.
posted into the Discord channel, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just all sounds a little bit sus to me. I don't know. It's really feels strange that it's the whole thing is now dead. A game that's been in development for what, a decade?
Yeah. So I'm either expecting that to be. I don't know. What does that say for Kickstarter games?
I think it says a lot about like the mindset around people that invest in Kickstarters. Like I think it's not the first time this has happened, is it, to like an MMO that's had loads of promise and build up and had a successful
New World.
kickstart. Yeah, New World. And then it never quite lives up to the expectation of players. I think developers maybe underestimate what people's expectations levels are for these things.
Promising things that they can't realistically achieve.
Yeah, and it like the MMO market is so dominated by 14 and WoW, and to an extent, Guild Wars is probably a third one that kind of hangs off the edge of that.
Yeah, you got Elder Scrolls apparently still as well.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls is still popular, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a friend that still plays that all the
Heavily.
time. Yeah, um, but it's really hard market to bring new games into, I think, and I don't know. I've always been really cautious about like the Kickstarter thing. I've never done it. It doesn't feel like there's been in recent memory too many successful games that have come through that way. I know like Divinity and Larian, like they built a brilliant game off the back of a Kickstarter. But it doesn't happen very often, and MMOs feel I don't know. I think we're going to struggle to
I've
see a new MMO breakthrough.
I I've been quite lucky. I well, it's not really Kickstarter. I backed it, but Warframe. I'm a backer for Warframe when that was first done.
Yeah.
And then there's a little kind of war game called Warside that I kickstarted,
Oh, okay.
which is really. Oh, speak of the devil, guess who's playing that right now? Pirate Software.
Oh, okay.
Currently live playing it. But yeah, which is a lot of fun. It's a very fun little game.
but you say Warframe, but Warframe, like that's 10 years old, right?
More than that. It was around 2014, I think, is when I backed
So
it.
so over a decade.
Yeah.
So that's not kind of recent history, is it, in terms of like a successful
No, that's what
Kickstarter?
I mean. So like there is some, but like most of all, like the most recent one is Warside, which was last year. Okay, so Warframe was released 2013, March 2013. Well, released, and then open beta, closed beta, which was when I started, was October 2012. So 14 years essentially.
Yeah, so it's a long time. So it's actually, I mean, that's wild that that's older than 14.
Yeah.
14 in its current state.
To be fair, Warframe's a completely different game now as well. It's mental.
Yeah, I don't know whether you'll ever get me back on Warframe.
That's okay though. Not every game's for everyone.
No, I mean, I do like it. I just like, again, it's one of those games where like the moment to moment gameplay is brilliant. It's really great. I think the story is dreadful, and I know you don't agree with that.
Because you've not got up to the bit that I've got to yet. I cried at the most recent story for Warframe.
Did
Like
you?
it's heartbreaking. Like there's a turning point in Warframe's quest. I think it's called the Second Dream, where after that the story's incredible. It's fantastic. It gets really deep. But before that, yes, I agree with you. It's a bit kind of wishy-washy. But yeah, the most like 2 or 3 big major patches recently, I've been absolutely.
I think it is, having talked about Assassin's Creed Shadows earlier, I think interestingly, it's quite a similar problem in that the narrative is actually quite hard to find in Warframe. I found.
Yes. Until you're doing when you're not doing the actual quests, it's hard to find
Yeah.
lore. And I think one of the problems you had, I speak on your behalf, of course, just observations
It's fine.
from
You can put
what
words
I
in my
saw.
mouth. It's okay.
But
I'll spit them back out at you.
you take these words. I think the problem you had as well, you were trying to play with me and a couple of our other friends that were a lot kind of higher level, doing completely different stuff. Whereas I
Yeah.
think Warframe's kind of optimal start is kind of just going through the quests, like doing the stories, like kind of going at your own pace rather than getting
Yeah.
pushed. And I
But
think
you
that's a
need
mistake we
help.
made. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like we should have kind of let you take us to places rather than us taking you to places.
Yeah, maybe. But that's fine. That's fine.
No, but I think that's one of the reasons it was a little bit less enjoyable for you.
Yeah, I think that's probably why like 14 is more fun because, you know, you, Katie, Aiden, you play at a higher level than I do, like standard wise, but we're at the same part of the game. Like I'm up to date on 14.
Yeah,
So it's a different sort of
you also
experience.
put yourself down way too much. You're a lot better player than you think you are.
I surprised myself. I really genuinely surprised myself in that 24-man. You know, I know the 24-man stuff is not the hardest content by any stretch of the imagination, but going in cold, having not even watched a YouTube video for it, and being like, "Oh, I'm doing all right here. This isn't so bad. This is fine."
Excellent. I think we only have one more thing.
Yeah, you want to talk about Pokemon, don't you?
Yeah, it's Pokemon's 30th anniversary. They're supposed to be doing a stream
30 years.
on the 27th of February.
Wow.
So it should be. Predictions are obviously we'll have the celebrations cards that we got last time for 25th. God knows how easy they'll be to get nowadays because I managed to get one of everything I wanted relatively easily for the 25th anniversary. But there's so much scalping now; it's probably going to be nearly impossible.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Champions, the competitive game, should be out at some point,
On Switch.
which is where
Is
they're
that
going to
coming
play
to
all the
Switch?
tournaments. Switch and mobile.
Okay.
And then we should, touch wood, fingers crossed, be hearing about the next generation, Gen 10.
What's that? The next game?
It's the next big game.
next
So like
big
the next
game.
Scarlet and Violet kind of thing.
Okay.
Which is
I thought we'd only just had one.
we had ZA, but that's kind of like a side game. So
Got
they usually
you.
release
It's
one
not
of
part of
those
the
in between.
main.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's kind of like they usually use
So
it as like
much
an
Pokemon
experimental.
stuff.
There's so much Pokemon.
God,
Stuff.
they milk that brand, don't they?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What did you think of
One
the
of
Lego?
things,
What did you think of the Lego that came out?
ridiculous price. Gorgeous kit, but ridiculous price.
Yeah.
Like if it was a third of the price, maybe I'd think about buying it. But
I think like the license stuff, you sort of pay a little bit on top of what you would normally pay for like a normal Lego set because of the
how
like the
much was
Star
it?
Wars stuff is the same.
500, I think it was.
That set is massive though.
True.
That set is big.
Oh, 614, I think. No, 580. The little Eevee's cute though for 55.
I'm quite tempted by the Eevee.
Yeah, the Eevee's really cute and the Pikachu. But the Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise is gorgeous, but I can't justify paying 580 quid.
No, it's crazy expensive. I wouldn't pay that. Not when there's a £1,000 Death Star. I could be weighing up the pros and
Yeah,
cons
I
of.
could buy a whole pack of Pokemon cards. A singular pack of Pokemon cards. But yeah, so we've heard a little bit about Gen 10. It's supposed to be allegedly going to be Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Okay.
But the current theories around it are that it's going to be a lot more open world, a lot less focused on battling, which will be interesting.
What's so like a more story driven kind of?
I think so, because the Pokemon Company have said so every game main game you've had the Pokemon competitive scene, like the online ranked battles and such.
Yeah.
But the Pokemon Company have said that competitive is going to be on Champions from this year. So it doesn't make sense for them to bring out a whole game focused on competitive Pokemon and then bring out next year a Pokemon game that's going to have competitive again. Because then it's going to be like, you'll just take all everything from that over to the main game.
Okay.
So that's got people thinking that it's not going to be battle focused, which would be really interesting.
Yeah, I haven't really ever played a Pokemon game properly. I played a little bit with you when the last one came out on the Switch, like the last main one. Can't remember what it was called.
Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet. Didn't love it. It ran terribly on the Switch. I think it plays better, doesn't it, on the Switch too?
It's phenomenal. It's like a different game on Switch too.
Yeah, I think I did load it up just to have a look at it and was like, oh yeah, this is playing 60 frames a second, running really nicely. But that experience put me off, I guess. And then the only other Pokemon game I played is also with you was, what's it called?
Pokemon Unite.
Pokemon Unite. Yeah.
I really want to play that again. It's got like they've added so many Pokemon since we last played. That used to be like our guilty pleasure on a night.
Yeah, me, you, and Callum.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give a poke. Would you be up for Pokemon Unite again?
Yeah, I'll play it again. Yeah.
I'll give him a poke. Although I think he's very busy recently. I think Aiden might have it. We'll see.
Aiden does have it. We've played with Aiden, I'm sure.
Maybe we'll do that some night.
Not that I really understand what I'm doing in that game, but
you weren't too bad at that game either. Like, you used to do all right.
Yeah, I don't really understand the concept of the lanes. Because it plays like, what type of game is that?
League of Legends, MOBA.
Yeah, a MOBA. Yeah,
multiplayer online battle arena.
Yeah, that is. I know I played League of Legends once and never again.
League has a grip on my soul. I don't think I'll ever be able to quit. But I also don't play it. So one of the main friends that we have that plays almost like refuses to play with me because he doesn't want me to get addicted again, which is Zorg.
Yeah.
He always says to me that he won't play League with me when he's playing, purely because he doesn't want me to get too into it again.
Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that with me, to be honest.
No. You weren't a massive fan of it.
Should we bring things to a close?
Yes, I suppose we should.
Cool. Thank you very much for listening or watching, depending on where you get your podcasts. We really appreciate it. And we'll be back next time. I don't want to say a fortnight because we're unreliable.
Yeah, we just kind of, at the minute, we go with the flow.
We're just going with the flow.
If you see an episode, just be like, woo!
Yeah, just be grateful for what you got.
Yeah, stop being ungrateful.
Stop being ungrateful, listeners.
God.
Right.
There goes our viewers.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Bye for now.
Have a good night.